I will create the address with an ID. But the thing is, yes, that's something that let me just
call it another name. Let's
think
say
about it.
street name. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Or
all we need.
yes. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. The thing is that we need to differentiate the customer with the address. But the thing is in here that you have address, and I would like to have like two customer address view model in here. So let me think about it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I can copy also this. Instead of having the other one, I will copy all that in order to have something that is. So in here, I need to create in customer like address, permanent address, and address ID. Then I'm going to create another address, and in this case it's going to be the other one was present address. Yes. From here, what else I need to do? Yes, because I need to have like a
relation
foreign key from here. In other examples that I did, actually was like only one foreign key. Here I have two. So so with that, I don't remember if I need to specify something more for the entities, but we will do that. What config? So in here, I have my default connection. DB.
Is
Save.
it just a question? Is it possible two foreign key refer to the same table in this case?
In this case,
Yeah, it will be there two foreign keys in this case, right?
yes, it will be two foreign keys. The only thing here I'm
Refer
not
to the
sure
same.
is refer. You can refer to the same. The only problem with this is the naming convention. For me, I'm not sure if it's going to work with the naming convention, because when it will try to match the naming convention for the address, let's say to have the link between customer and address, it will check the name here, permanent address ID, and it won't match um, my address ID that is in the address table.
Okay.
But I need to figure it out how to identify the foreign key in a different way, because most of the time what I did is like only having like here, if I have, let's say, address, okay, address, and here I have address ID. So it will be easier for entity framework to identify, okay, this address ID is the foreign key and you have the next between customer and address.
Yes.
Yes, the link between those. But or maybe we can just leave it as this. I need to find out where I need, what do I need to specify for the foreign key to have the same associative table to this table. So maybe we leave it as this, and then I will um, I will adjust it. So for the
But
next class,
regardless of what you call it, once you
yes.
reference it to the address table, doesn't it automatically take the ID from there?
The thing is that
Yeah, in this case, yes, I think.
in this case,
No, but
maybe
in any case, regardless of what you call the foreign key field in your customer table,
uh-huh.
when you're referring to the address table, would it not automatically take the ID? I mean, you don't have
That's a
any
good
other
question
primary
because
key.
all the examples that I did, I will say in this part, when I have an associative table, let's say here, I got like the video rental that I shared to you. The video rental have the genre as an associative table, the video rental, and the genre to have like a drop-down list when you trying to to create a video or something. I was able just to use the genre ID in order to specify, okay, this is going to be the genre that I'm going to specify for a specific video. But you're right. I can just
But
leave it
whatever
like
you
an
name
object,
it.
and it will figure it out that this object must must to be like a foreign key in order to be used in this customer class.
Yes, but in the foreign key, once you're referencing another table, doesn't it automatically take the primary key of that table?
Yes, automatically it must, yes.
So then
So
what's the problem of just
yes,
naming it
the only
whatever you
problem
want?
was just to maybe in the other example that I just create for the video rental, it was like, okay, I could use the foreign key directly, the idea of the foreign key inside my table, my and in how do I use it, because I have a drop down list
Right.
and I needed to specify, okay, what was the actual element that I need to just select. But in this case, it's just another example. I could even use it like this, and it should figure it out that these two are foreign keys for this table.
But you should specify a foreign key to create a database. They don't know how to create a foreign key this way. Which column will be a foreign key?
The
It
foreign key are
there
these
is
two columns. Are these two columns? I will
there
say.
should be address ID.
Uh, let's just create that and check if the foreign key follows. Here I have everything. So what do I need to do is go to the tools, Nugget Package Manager. I need to check if application DB context I specify customer here, customer, commerce, it's a naming convention, and then here addresses. So in here I have this, I have address. Okay, I'm going to explain that after. Here, what do I need to do is enable migrations, enable migrations. Enable migrations. It says to enable migrations, use enable migrations context type. Okay. I think that we already have an application DB context because of these identity models. So I will reuse it. Okay, I will reuse that. Identity models. Okay, maybe, sorry, Control Z. We'll copy only this. And I will remove this because we already have an application DB context in this project. And then I will go enable migrations. It's taking time. It is taking time.
Sorry, which project are you working on now?
Yes, I just adjusting the partial view result demo that has the partial
Okay.
views.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Because
Back to that.
yes,
Okay.
because you asked me to just reuse that functionality because you saw just the example without.
Yeah, we were going. I was a bit confused here because you were going back and forth. So sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. So here I have enable migration. So do I need to add some addresses? Maybe. So in here I have in the example it was, let me check, customer controller methods. I have all this field. Okay, maybe I will do it. If I got a customer, I need to create customers. I need to create at least 2 addresses first. So I'm going to just initialize in the seed like context dot customers dot add or update, and then I'm going to have like a list, a new customer. Okay, I will create like bar customer equals new customer. Here quick models, and I will put like a name customer 1, permanent address. So I will create 2 addresses, permanent address 1 equals new address. Here is going to be city Montreal, door number, ID, ping number, state, door number 1. That's it. And then I'm going to create a present address 1 equal new address city 2. Then I will add the address first, context addresses add or update, and then pass my permanent address 1, my present address 1. Then I'm going to create my customer with permanent address equals permanent address 1 present present permanent address 1. Okay, and then present address equals present address 1, and then I'm going to create my customer, which is customer. I'm going to apply context, save changes, and that's it. Okay, what is this? Okay, it's cost. This I need to remove. So in here, I'm just creating 2 addresses and add it into my address table. And then I create the customer one and I just referentiate the 2 addresses that I create and then create the customer. Just to initialize the database. Something else here. I need to also add the first migration, add migration. So what that add migration will do is create everything for me, and we will check if the foreign key is being created with that. It's taking time. Working hard, Visual Studio. So it will create like the migration here, initial, and there is the addresses table here. There is the customer table, has the foreign keys here, and then the other tables. So I can update database. Database. It's taking time. The database should work.
Excuse me, you did
Yes.
all this. You did all this just for partial view?
For you tell me. I did this for.
I asked. You did all this way just for partial view?
Yes, the thing is that you asked me that like you don't have a connection with the partial view with the connection of database because the example that I just show you with the partial view was with the objects. It wasn't with actually a connection on the database. There is a problem here, network problem. I don't know why. It says a network related instance error occurred while establishing a connection to SQL Server. The server was not found or was not accessible with the instance. Okay. I will try it again because
So we had the same issues.
this issue.
Yeah, we had the same issue. Somehow I fixed it yesterday, but I don't know how I fixed it, but it works.
Okay. Okay.
The question is, why does it work or why it didn't work before? And that's what we're trying to understand. I mean, your partial view now gets connected, right?
Yes.
I tried doing mine. When I tried to do DB manual DB context myself, right?
Yes.
With the default, it doesn't work. So like I did it like 4 different projects and try to get the DB context going without even any relation, just a normal
Yes.
normal
DB context.
just normal one table, and it just doesn't work. And that was the original question. I think Zara had it, or correct? I don't know if I'm correct or.
Okay, I will.
And it had nothing to do with partial view or anything. Just connection to the database.
So the connection to the database didn't work.
Yeah, that's simple as that. Yeah.
So maybe here this project is having like a problem with the connection to the database.
Even
maybe.
I created a brand new project.
Yes.
Right. When I created a brand new project with one table. Right. And created my default DB context. And it just doesn't work. So there must be something I'm missing or something.
Okay, you think that there is something missing in to create like a brand new database or something like that. So I will create I will create like okay, web application, I think so. DB context example or no authentication, nothing. So just brand new DB context without anything else. Create. Because in this case it doesn't work. This project might have some problems. Just change it maybe because this is from an older version of Visual Studio. I think it was from Visual Studio 2017 or something like that. But I will try with this one. I will create only DB context in here. I will copy the DB context that I just create in here, or maybe copy this. Add new item, code. Okay. Here. Okay.
Need to install entity.
I need to add the entity framework in here. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, here I will create only one table, or the two tables if, okay, no, one table. This throw if schema, I don't like it. I will just create the customer, add new item. Okay, we'll put only, oh, Control Z. Save. Only one here. I will copy the default connection, web config. Okay, everything is fine. So I only have one table and application DB context with the table here, referentiate, the default connection. Everything is in place, so I only need to go to my console. Enable migrations. That has to be like easier. Checking if the context targets an existing database. I don't think that there is a database customer DB, so come on. Okay, customer everything DB context. Okay, just create that, then add migration. Migration. I only have one table. I don't have the identity tables. Come on, one table. Should create our migration here, so it's taking longer than usual. There is no other step just to create the tables using migrations. It's like you add the migration, then update the database, it should work. So come on, only one table, that long. Okay. Go, calculate the change to your model. So, oh, the designer code for the includes a snapshot. This is used if you make additional changes. It's still executing. Scaffolding migration initial. I only have this customer with ID and name, which is pretty simple. Okay, have it, and then update database. Hopefully that should work. I will check my local DB. Okay. I need to check this version 11. Web config. I will copy the connection
But
string.
there still it's working. It's no issue with that.
Yes, in having this problem, I will check the connection string. I will change it.
Okay.
Because the only thing that might have problems is that I don't get access to the database. So I will update again the database, and it should work. And Microsoft SQL local DB. And just create the database. View SQL Server Object Explorer. No, sorry, it was, yes, not SQL Server Object Explorer, but okay, I have the DB that I using this local DB, Microsoft SQL local DB. And I have everything here. So maybe it's a connection string. I can share the same connection string for you. That was a connection string. I will add this connection string.
Ricardo?
Yes?
I have a different issue, exactly the same as Tintin showed at the beginning. It's not a problem to connection to database, but problem when I try to create controller.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Because at the very beginning, when you just show me the controller and everything, was like, okay, you weren't able to do the scaffolding for that particular model, right?
Yes. It's a
Yes.
problem when you can reference another class, when there is another partial class inside of customer class. And this was the main problem.
I don't hear you well right now, but yes, I will try to adjust also the other example just to here update the database that I just left off. That in this case it should work too, I think, because it's exactly the same problem. So here I just create the the database. Here I will have one customer related to two addresses, so only I need to check here, customer, show table data. So I have my customer one that has reference for the other addresses, the foreign keys. So the permanent addresses and the present address. So in here, what do I need to do is just to adjust this code in order to make it appear in the grid view, in the list. Sorry. So I have you mentioned the customer controller. Okay. You mentioned that you were not able to create a controller. If I add controller, let's say, and you choose this option, oh, sorry, the option with entity framework, then you choose the customer, in this case, my customer model, then you choose the DB context that you generate, and then you were about to create your customer controller, but in my case, I have already a customer controller. Maybe we'll name it differently, customers to controller, because I don't have the add. I already have a customer controller in my and is doing right now the scaffolding because I'm properly configured with the model, and the model is bind to my context, and everything is just generated correctly. So it should generate all the scaffolding for me, and it's going to do the scaffolding, so it generate everything for me. So I generate the list, I generate everything. So in here, if I run this application, it should work with customers too in that case. So if I do slash customers too, it should go to the index view for this controller and show all the information of the customer. I only have one customer actually, but it should work that way. The only thing that I just changed from this example was that instead of using the objects directly that was in the example, I create the model, and I associate with the foreign keys and everything, and then just work with that. It should work. It's taking time, but everything is in place. I just need to add like customers too as here too. It should work. So any of you have tried with the connection string that I provide? The ones that have the problem with, you mentioned that you had the same problem with the network problem related to the connection string. No, you didn't have that problem. Okay, for the ones that have that problem, so you just need to adjust your connection string. It should work properly.
I think there is error when it's loading all this time.
Here an error?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. It's taking longer, but let me see here. Oh, okay. Okay, there is an error because my default page. Okay, not a problem with this. You will, even if there is an error, because it's using the partial views that I. Instead, what I will do is start without debugging. And then go directly to customers 2. Customers 2 doesn't work. Customers 2. You see that's the name customer 1. Okay, I don't see the address. I can adjust it, but this is showing this, so it works.
Can you go to edit or create?
Okay, edit. Yes, the scaffolding didn't differentiate the relationship, but I could do it. Yes, I can. Let's say for these customers too. Let's say here in the controller. See customers. DB customers, so include address, permanent address dot include present address. So I need to include both the permanent address and the present address to be shown in the list, and I need to adjust the list, let's say the index here, and put like let's say another here for the permanent address and another for the present address. And here I need to add permanent address dot, let's say city I will put, for instance, or I need to just create my partial view with the data that I, or maybe reuse the partial view for the per present address. So if I go here, S5, okay. Okay, permanent address, present address. I need to just build this and refresh. It has to show the Montreal and Ottawa, I will say. So I'm able to show the information for the permanent address and the present address. If I would like to show more information, like the example of this with the partial view, so I need to adjust the partial view. Let's say I can create like a partial view address with all the information and having the model that I need. So I can create like here a partial view address. create a partial view. It's going to be like detail something, and model class is going to be address at. So from here, what I can do, I can remove this, save, and then I can specify a partial view in my index here. Instead of having this, I can say add partial or HTML partial, specify the name of the partial view, which is address, and then the, in this case, permanent address, and in this case, present address. And then recompile this, build, then go back here and do F5. Okay, address, customer address, address is not, I put in the share, address HTML, okay.
You have 3 S's.
Huh?
You have 3 S's.
Oh, okay. So I need to adjust, or maybe, okay, I need to remove this S. Yes. So in here I go back. Oh, okay. Customers too, not the edit. Okay, it's because in my view I just have this address, but I can remove like this and file. Something like this.
And now if you go to edit, what?
Yes,
or
the edit I
create,
need to adjust it. Yes, the edit I need to adjust it. Because
so also it will be adjusted as a partial view for the, right? For the
yes.
input for the address. So because there it's need like the customer and then the address, let's say city and door. So that inputs also a partial view there.
What input you mean?
What if you will adjust edit here? So
Okay, edit. Yes.
There it should be, there is extra 2 fields, right, for the addresses.
Yes, for the addresses, what I can do is yes. Or
actually this part was confusing because here we will add extra inputs, yeah.
Yes.
And actually when you save or edit, actually also you need to push, let's say, part to the customer and part to the addresses.
Yes, no, but in this case, the example that I only show was to show the information. Okay, yes, to show the information. But if you would like to let's say put all those values, let's say for permanent address, present address, you can create even a partial view to do the edit. So I can create here in this partial view, I can create an edit address, add a view, add here I can create edit address if I want to. Edit address, and then the template is going to be sorry, edit. Then the model class, it could be address in this case, and then Then, okay, application data context. Do I need that? I don't think so. But okay, create as partial view. I can create it as partial view. I add it. And then adjust it in case. So I don't need the validation right away in that in this part, so I can remove everything that I don't need. I don't need the begin for either. So I can remove everything that I don't need, like this. Even the validation summary. I don't need this. I don't need this.
Yeah. Then you will put this as a partial in the edit for the customer, right?
Yes, yes, I can put as a partial into the did, yes. And so it's going to be like, okay, I pass the whole object inside, and then when I would like to retrieve the information, I will retrieve from the object.
Here there is something. So in this case,
yes,
this is as a partial view there in the edit for the customer. So
yes,
or also for create, I think the same thing.
yes,
So when I'm creating an address, all this I'm posting to the customer table, right?
yes.
So how this will be reflect also in the address table? Do you mean what I meant here? That it's when I'm creating with this partial view, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm creating let's say a record in the customer, right?
Yes.
But also we have the address.
Yes, but this case I didn't cover in the even in the exam. I think we need to start just
Okay.
with the
I
exam,
thought
but
it's covered in the exam.
yes, I can explain to you maybe.
No, if it's not covered, it's okay. But I thought that it's covered.
Yes, yes, yes. But the thing is, you can adjust because we already covered like the binding, as you remember.
Okay.
Yes. So the binding allow us to just put the elements that we need, and then it's going to take care by itself. It's going to take care by um, putting in the right place the door number, the city, the state. Okay, is related to this address. Okay, and then when you go back to your controller, it's going to be fill all the values for the address by itself. We don't specify, okay, just binding to this or to that,
You
because
need,
it's going to
but
figure it
here
out how to do it.
here you will create a view model, I think, right? You need a
Yes,
view model.
a view model. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and also there is for me it will be much more easier in this particular case when I do the edit to create a view model that holds everything. Let's say door number 1, city 1, state 1, and door number 2, or door number permanent door number, permanent city, permanent state, and the other present door number, present city, present state, like that, only in one. And then when I go back to the controller, I will have everything in exactly in the right place, and then just use it. So it's another approach that I could have. Instead of having like a generic partial view for the address, I can create um, another partial view, but holds both addresses. Because here I'm not quite sure if I create, let's say, this address and it holds these four fields, that if I add twice the same partial view into my edit view, how it's going to bind, because both has the same door number, city, state, and PIN number. So that's something that I need to check before. I can give you examples for that in another session,
Yeah, for
just
sure.
to make sure that it will work.
Let's keep it for now, simple. For
But
the
we
exam.
need to start.
We're already confused.
Yes, we know we need to start. We need to start with the exam.
Yeah,
Because you asked me for something, but I can just discuss it in another session because you will.
No, I thought that
You
it will be included in the exam. If it's not,
no
it's
no
okay.
no no no. The
It's okay.
in the exam you don't have like that
Okay, that's fine.
that problem in the exam. Yes,
It's okay.
okay. You don't have the problem of having like two different kind of structures in the same table like this because it has customer address and everything. So it has two foreign keys in the same table referentiated in the for the same table. So it's not the case. You will only have one, so it's going to be easier for you. So I will share the exam. Here, assignment. No, it's not the assignment, sorry. Exam 1, and this is it. I will share in the post. Post, I will add. Can I add this? Okay. Browse, upload from my computer. Exam 1, on inventory. Choose an upload location. Okay, an upload location is going to be inside here, upload file. It's taking time, this one. Upload file. Okay, it's inside files, I think, because it uploaded in the class materials. It's home inventory, docx, home inventory docx. I will just share my screen just to show what it looks like and what do you need to do. Share again my screen. Okay. This application is it will manage like items from your home that you will identify in which part of your home is going to be like those items. So so in here I have the structure of the tables. You have two tables. You have home item and you have purchase info, two tables. Here, what are the features? Is going to be a search for the items. The items will be ordered in a description ascending order, but it's not going to be the sorting only that you will show the items in that with that sorting by default. Is going to be the list creation, addition and deletion functionalities implemented, and you need to store the photo inside the database. And the items in the purchase info column must be implemented in a partial view, like the example of partial view review in class. So that purchase info is going to be only like view the data like in the list and in the details link. For the functionalities here, I mentioned edition. I will erase it. Only is going to be the list creation and deletion functionalities that you're going to implement. So it's going to, the features that it must be implemented is the search. Is going to be the sort by default as a description ascendant for the list. You're going to implement the list, the creation, the deletion, and you're going to implement the photo to be stored in the database and the usage of the partial view to show the purchase information. Because the purchase info has the location, so where it has when was bought the item, where, what is the warranty, and what was the price. So you you need to show all that information in the list. Like if I have the project, because I did an old screenshot of that.
Excuse me, Ricardo. Do we need a free table?
I don't hear you very well. It's your microphone, I think.
Better?
Yes. Sorry.
Like this is better?
Yes, it's better.
Okay. Do we need the 3 tables or just 2? Because I think you mentioned 2, and
No, there is 2 tables.
Because there is separate.
Okay. No. Sorry, there is 3 tables actually. Yes, 3 tables.
And
Why
this
we
is
need
what
3?
Huh?
Why
I
we
didn't
need
hear
3?
you. 3 tables. Yes, 3 tables.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why we need 3 tables?
Why do you need 3 tables? Is because you have 2 foreign keys in the home item table. Okay, and the locations, as you can see, locations. Okay, in location, you need to provide a list of locations that the locations for you in the creation of an item will be like a drop-down list. It's just a list of locations in yes.
It's enum, yeah.
No, it's not an enum. It's a table. But you can, or maybe
it's
you can implement it as enum instead. Yes, for you. Yes.
Excuse me, like Jenner in the movie, the same scenario, right?
Yes. It's a drop-down list. You have the action, thriller, yes, like that. Yes.
So it can be enum, yeah.
I will prefer to be like a table. But do you already have you already have the example in the movie rental?
Yeah, Jenner, the same.
Yes. I will just give you the initialization of that to be more quicker for you. So it's going to be the initialization has to be not here, sorry. So you have an idea of that. What was migration configuration? Yes. So I will give you this initialization for you. You don't need to write it. You can copy this initialization already. So I will post it in here, post.
But we don't touch configuration. it's created by itself, right? Configuration file.
Yes, the configuration file is created, but you need to adjust it to add in the configuration. You need to adjust it to. Okay, you don't see. You need to adjust it to add the locations because there is a list of locations, a fixed list of locations.
Okay.
So you need to adjust it, put it in the seed method, this code.
Okay. That's
So
fine.
you have it. You don't need to write it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But
So that's
here
the
also,
initialization.
I have a question regarding this purchase info. This is what I was asking. So we need a view model here to embed it there and push it again. This is exactly my question. So
Yes.
it's included in the exam to
Yes.
achieve that one.
I will tell you. For the creation, just to give you an example of this, you can directly put. Let's say I will give you a hint of this. Okay, it's going to be easier for you. If you have a struggle with the purchase info, okay, because the purchase info is like you can create a view model that holds everything. So you see here my view model here.
Mm-hmm.
So in the view model, you can have the when, where, warranty, and price. So everything in your view model for the creation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're going to do create, you just use the when, the where, the warranty, and the price. And when you go to your controller, if we go for the create, you see here the create, I pass my view model, and inside the view model, I just use actually the fields. I use, okay, I create a new purchase info first, okay? Or I just instantiate a new purchase info, pass the data inside of it, then referentiate my home item purchase info, and then the only thing that I need to do is just pass my home item, and it will save my purchase info and my home item.
And
Did you
can
get the
I see
idea?
the view? Yeah, can I see the view model of the
The home item view model?
yeah, that
Yes,
one?
this one. So the
Okay,
home item view
you
model
put
is going to hold
everything.
everything. Yes, it's going to hold everything.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can even take a picture of that home item view model.
Because it's still actually for me, I didn't put it.
Yes.
I didn't use it before because for that it's confusing. It's okay.
Yes. So in this case, if you have this home item view model and then you go to your controller, the way that you're going to create everything is going to be like, okay, I have my home item view model. I have the regular fields for my home item, but also I have already the fields for my purchase info. So I just instantiate a new purchase info and then assign it to my home item purchase info that object. And then when I do the add, the entity framework is going to take care of everything. It's going to take care of the creation of the purchase info in the purchase info table and the home item itself with the reference for this purchase info. Is this clear
Okay, we'll
for
try.
you?
It's clear, but the things with this, like all the time you start implemented, it's error pop up. But
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's
Always is hard at the beginning, but that's a hint.
okay.
Anyone understood that part? Just to
Okay.
yes, if everyone just understood that part, so we are okay. I'm going to stop the sharing of my screen, and I will try to create like breakout rooms. If you have any question, maybe at the first hour you need to just start coding, and then after 1 hour we can just start just answering questions. So I will create a.
We have 3 hours here.
You say?
We have 3 hours for the exam.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You can stop recording.
Yes, I can I can stop recording. Yes. Thank you. Stop.